Yeah. Yo, Sunday and Mondays is lit. We hit the field, pads clashing, quarterback vision, throw deep with mad passion, defense pressing, they're blitzing like wolves. I'm juking through the line, there's pressure in these moves. It's 4th and inches, pod and long. The crowd is loud, we're bringing the storm. Hail Mary in the sky, let it fly, do or die. Touchdown dance, now the end zone's on fire. Welcome to Pod and Long, your weekly blitz of gridiron football fire.
Hello and welcome to Pod and Long. I'm your host, Ryan. It's great to have you with us. I'm here once again with the Word of Truth. Cracking one open for the working man?
No, it's Fango.
Oh, no.
Whoop, whoop.
Juggalo JJ?
Never.
Is it good?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's a decent product. Not
All
knocking
right.
Fago.
All right. All right. We're also here with Mr. Megastar Mark.
What an intro. We are big time now, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa.
We have our own theme song now. Mr. Mike is on the injured reserve, so
Yes.
he will not join us. He will not join us, but he did leave us with a McConkey, so don't worry. We've got a somewhat of an explanation as to what's going on with McConkey.
It's
But-
certain times you got to bow out. You have real stuff kind of get in your life, and you got to take a break from this thing. Mike is pooping his brains out right now, though.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That's what it is.
On the
100%.
toilet, sweating, biting down on a piece of leather, which is how he normally poops. But
Yeah.
it's just going to be longer this time. That's all.
More screaming.
More screaming.
Always
Slightly.
more screaming.
Yeah.
Thank you to JB, a.k.a. Dirty Moses.
Hell yeah.
Hell
There he
yeah.
is.
What a awesome. Wow.
That's his
What a
new
great
album,
intro.
Punctuation. It's really good.
Sweet.
I got it on vinyl. Go get it.
Hell yeah.
He made the intro for us. He's a very professional human being and decided to make an intro for this stupid show. So thank you, JB.
Thank you. Absolutely. Buy 10. Christmas is coming up.
Yeah,
All right.
really good,
Everybody-
actually.
Anyone you know should get one.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. We thank him for that. Go listen to his songs. They're great. But this is a big week. Mike is missing a
Yeah.
big week. We've got a lot of news. Actually, I don't know if it's a lot. We've got news.
I feel like the news trumps the games that we saw.
Yeah, it does.
We got one!
Brian Daboll is fired. Lay Bar is gone. What the hell?
That's AI at its best. I love it.
This is what AI is meant for.
Absolutely.
Occasionally, AI can be used for good.
Oh my God. Look at that poor jet ski.
It's on fire in front of Lay Bar. What happened?
This is honestly how I pictured LeBar. So,
Just on a beach?
yeah, just
I
on
think
a
it was
beach,
supposed to be city based, but
dilapidated is what I like.
for sure. It looks like it's closed.
Right. And now it is. LeBar is
Now it is.
officially closed.
LeBar is closed. Brian Daboll is gone. He's no longer the coach of the Giants.
Although he
Yes.
was spotted in a Penn State hoodie, so now rumors run rampant
Oh,
that he will be the
shit.
Penn State head coach. I don't
Oh.
know that I buy that personally.
No.
They need somebody
absolutely not.
over there. They need somebody, right? So
He has no ties to Penn State,
Not
right?
that I'm aware of.
Yeah, no, he's not. No.
that's a free hoodie, though. You know he didn't buy that.
Oh,
100%.
yeah. Listen, he's coming home. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. He's coming home to the warm embrace of Buffalo, where he was born, and he's going to be kicking it. He's going to be eating some wings. He's going to be relaxing. We don't judge you here, okay? We're not like the evil New York media. We love you. We love you. Come on. Let's go to Wegmans.
What's going to happen to Joe Brady?
Fuck him.
A mere 3 weeks ago, Joe Brady was going to be the head coach, and now he's gone.
Fuck him.
He's gone. Well, the Giants blew another lead. They blew yet another lead in their game. I guess we could just talk about it. The Bears came back and beat the Giants. The Giants don't fire coaches in the middle of the year. Well,
honestly, that's the most surprising part of all of this. Not that he got fired, but when he got fired.
Mm-hmm. And I'm more surprised that they're keeping the GM. I mean, at least as it seems
Yeah.
now, it seems like
For
they're
now.
keeping Schoen, which is strange.
Right.
I don't think I trust him to find a coach.
The old
They-
Tom Donahoe mark.
Yeah, right.
That was a
One of
weird
you guys
part of
has to go.
Yeah.
that was a weird part of the press release where they're like, he will be involved in finding the next coach. Why?
Mhm.
He was involved in finding this coach, wasn't he?
They were brought in as a pair, if I remember correctly.
Yes,
but
they
still,
were.
like, yeah, it's. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't think. I think you move on from him. Although the only thing you can say is, I guess this last draft class. I mean, I guess you account the one before with Malik Neighbors, but that was kind of a slam dunk. Like, how are you going to fuck
Right.
that one up?
Yeah.
This was a good draft class. I mean, before they all got killed, like, I mean, Scadaboo and Abdul Carter and Jackson
And
Dart.
Jackson Dart and
This is a
Malik
good play.
Neighbors was on
Yes.
his watch. Like he had
Right.
now. Granted, could anybody with the second pick have taken Abdul Carter? Sure, probably not a slam dunk there in the sense that he didn't have to reach for him, but he's picked the right people largely.
Right.
How good has Abdul Carter been, though?
He's a rookie, though. He's going to be
A
fine.
rookie,
Yeah, he's all right.
better than Kayvon Thibodeau.
Yeah, that guy sucks.
Well,
Abdul Carter's also like freakishly huge, and he's still young, so he'll
Yes.
be fine.
Yeah,
I have no
he'll
doubt about that. But like, I guess that's enough to get him on at least another year, unless they're going to surprise fire him. Somebody did that recently. They let him go through. They fired a coach halfway. They said, "GM, you're sticking around." At the end of the season, they fired the GM. So I can't. Somebody
I
did that
mean,
last
words mean nothing in sports.
Yeah,
They
that's
mean
so.
absolutely nothing.
And honestly, I'd be very surprised. I mean, it's not like they're going to find a head coach during the season.
No.
It's all going to happen afterwards. So
Antonio Pierce is available. He's a giant.
he is a giant. That's right.
Bring him home. Abdul Carter stats. He has half a sack. In 10 weeks, he has a half a sack and 11 tackles.
You're drinking
More
the
than I got.
Haterade today. Yeah, I don't like you hating. Don't
I
be
don't know.
hating.
I don't know if we can assume that he's an excellent pick yet. But I mean, this was going to happen. We knew Dayball was going to go. We knew he was going to go, but
Yep.
spectacular fashion to go down,
Yes.
blowing a lead to Caleb Williams and his dad. Is this 6 games in a row? How many games have the Bears won in a row? Is it 6 in a row?
Yeah, some of the story here is the Bears, who
Yeah,
might be okay.
yeah.
6 wins is looking good, especially after the
Yeah.
Packers sort of stunk up the joint.
I still think the Packers. We'll get to them. I still think they're okay.
Yeah.
I think they're
I
just
still think so
inconsistent.
too. Weirdly enough,
Yeah.
Right. Who's going to coach the Giants? Will it be
Maybe.
hysterical.
Yeah.
already been asked? Are you going to do it? And he said, no.
He didn't
comment.
say no. He didn't say no.
True, he didn't say no.
He did not
Yeah.
say no. He did not say no.
That's where it started. So I mean, I
No,
can
he
say
would
a lot.
love to go back, right?
Oh, 100%. In the New York media, yeah, oh yeah.
By the way, I originally had this notched as a stripe spiral note, but North Carolina still has a shot at bowl eligibility if they
Wow.
win 2 of their last 3 games. I can't wait to see Bill Belichick coach like the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl. Like that's the same as a Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
It's the same.
I
I'll
want
put that trophy right next to the others.
Yeah, like I want them
Absolutely.
to have like the hanging swag, like the necklaces they give people and the coaches on the sideline. That's what I want.
Jordan Hudson will put that in her trophy case.
There is no way this is. I mean,
that a
maybe this is
euphemism?
right deep in the trophy case.
Could be.
I
I'll
don't.
see myself out.
I don't think. and, like, so maybe we want to wait till Stripe Spiral, but like, is there any world where he isn't one and done in college?
Yeah, if no NFL team offers him a job.
You think he still sticks it out? He doesn't just say like, oh,
I
well.
think the various North Carolina Board of Regents would be too embarrassed to fire him after 1 year.
Fair enough.
Although,
Fair enough.
the reports on the inside of Michael Lombardi just giving and screaming matches with people on the Board of Regents, and God knows what that's about. But yeah, I think they would be too embarrassed to fire him after 1 season.
I could see
I
that.
saw one story where Michael Lombardi was talking about how he likes to use a typewriter instead of a computer. Like, what is going on over there?
Nerd!
What are you doing? Oh, I like to walk everywhere and not drive. Okay, Lombardi.
That's not the wallet inspector.
All right. Well, we didn't play it, so we should play it now because that was technically the A block. But this is the A block.
In 2023, 4 friends were sentenced to watch bad football for crimes they didn't commit. These men promptly escaped, arguing over text message to the YouTube underground. Today, still growing their audience, they survive with silly voices and running gags. If you have an hour to kill, if you have nothing better to do, and if you can find them, maybe you can listen to the A block.
There you go. A block, which technically is not the A block anymore, but here we are. I like that, so I want to play. Category, Laybar, we did. Category, we back? The Ravens beat the Vikings. Are the Ravens back?
Whoop whoop. I mean,
Maybe.
Yeah, they're playing the Vikings. It's hard to tell.
It's also like that. Also comes the dangerous implication that the Ravens were ever really gone. Like I don't think anybody thought that like their 2-5 start was genuine.
Okay.
But imagine that Lamar comes back and they're a lot better.
Yeah, I am a little concerned though because I saw today, as we're recording this is a Wednesday, Lamar was out of practice again with that sore knee, and I mean maybe it's a precautionary thing, but he's missed a lot of practice, and if this goes into tomorrow and he's still out, I mean he might have re-aggravated. They talked about that at the end of the game. That he might have had like he was limping a little bit in the locker room. I mean, if he re-aggravated it, I mean, geez.
Well, and after the $100,000 fine they got, they're reporting his practice activity accurately now.
Yeah, right. So I think they will. I think they could easily make a run at the North. But I don't know. It's hard to gauge when you're playing a juggalo. Hold up that Fago, Drew.
Hold it up.
Hold it up.
Juggalo JJ, he didn't look so good in this game. You can imagine. He didn't look so good in this game.
Yeah, he didn't look great.
He didn't look great in this game. He didn't look so good. He has like one pass a game where you're like, okay, there's a pass. Yeah. There's one. But that's about it.
Ryan, you're basically telling me he's Anthony Richardson.
Yes. That's
he might be
more accurate than it should be.
He's closer to Richardson than he is others. I don't know. Than he is to Daniel Jones, I guess. I don't know.
And I also got to realize I got to cut him some slack because this is technically his rookie year. But man, I saw a lot of him.
Fourth NFL game ever.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of him in college, and I've seen a lot of what I've seen enough of him in the NFL. Sometimes you just feel it. Like I felt with Jake Locker. Remember Jake Locker?
Oh yeah.
And he came with a huge hype, and he came in the league. I'm like, oh, this guy's not very good.
Yeah. He's not. It's done.
So I don't know.
Was it Joey Harrington? I remember being super pumped for Joey Harrington, and then you see him in one game, and you're like, "Oh no, this is not."
No. Yep. Mark, I know exactly what you're talking about. I felt that way about who was it? Anthony Richardson.
No, you did. You were the first one on it.
But remember that one pass? That was really nice. That was really pretty. That one touchdown he had.
Yeah, he did have a sick touchdown at the beginning of last year.
It seriously might have been the best touchdown I've ever seen in my life.
It was amazing.
It was absolutely perfect, and he never could do it again.
90 air yards and
it was
perfect placement.
Perfect placement.
He couldn't do that again if he tried.
No.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
Good news is he doesn't try.
Little do we know, we'll find out 10 years from now he was trying to throw that ball out of bounds.
Yeah.
Right. Throwing it non-DB.
I was aiming for the other guy.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Well, I don't think the Vikings are going anywhere. I think we could stick a fork in their ass.
That way.
Yeah.
No.
I think they're done.
I don't think they're going to be bad. I think they're going to be that 9-8, 8-9.
Yeah. Yeah, that feels about right.
Yeah, but they're not. They're not winning the division. Their playoff chances are trouble right now.
Yep.
Yeah. Play the Ministry of Darkness. Which actually is not a bad song.
No, fine.
Pretty good. I mean, Undertaker has 3 good theme songs, right? 3? I think he has 3 good theme songs.
it invokes memories of him marrying Stephanie McMahon and never having the marriage annulled.
Where to, Stephanie? That's my favorite thing ever.
That's-
It makes me laugh every time.
That might be my favorite wrestling loose end ever. They just never brought that up ever again.
No, I mean, you figure something would. I mean, she got married pretty shortly afterwards, so I guess the Undertaker signed divorce papers. I
I mean,
don't know.
that ceremony completed. We all saw it.
Yeah,
There was no
right.
run-in that stopped it.
Right, it was done.
Wow. All right. Category is what? Boy, oh boy. What the hell happened here?
When I was a child, I grew up watching Buffalo. I learned to spell bills. Boy, I love losing Super Bowls. Here we go, Buffalo, playing on the field of broken dreams. Here we go, Buffalo. Rex gave us foot in mouth disease. We shoveled through the shit years, and we shoveled off the grass. And this year, like every year, this team will bite us in the ass. With some wings and a prayer, we found a hope on the Wyoming plains. With an arm so strong, he spins the ball like this team's going down the drain. Here we go, Buffalo, playing in the church of shattered faith. Here we go, Buffalo. At least the Jets are New York's true disgrace.
There you go. At least the Jets are New York's true disgrace. We haven't played that in a long time because the Bills have been so good, but they got crushed by the Dolphins. What the hell happened, Mark?
I was at a play during this game, so I can't. That's probably why they lost, because I was not watching. They don't perform well when my watchful eye isn't giving them the stank eye. So
I was at a play.
I was at my son's play, and it was wonderful. They
Very
did a
nice.
great job. The play sucked, but everybody in it was very good. I don't know. The Bills play down to the level of their competition often, and I think they're wildly inconsistent this year. That's the best way to describe the Bills. Wildly inconsistent. So sometimes you get the good Bills, sometimes you get the bad Bills, and this was the bad Bills.
Yeah, they
It's been a long
could
time
not
since
move
the Dolphins
the ball
beat the
up.
Bills.
Yes, it has.
Yeah.
The Generals were due.
For real this time. Yeah, no, I don't know, and I honestly don't know how you fix that inconsistency in at least in season. I know how you can probably do it off season, but so we'll see. We'll see
Is
how
the
they
answer-
rebound.
Is the answer to how do you fix it in the offseason Brian Dayball?
Yeah, that's a big reason. Although to be honest, it was a lot of the defense.
It'd be Bill.
Yeah, we fighting for the Giants.
Well, it was like 3 costly fumbles, right?
Yeah, they just weren't sharp. And like I said, I've seen them do this enough where when it's a big game, they always get up for the big games. Like the Chiefs, the Ravens, they always get up for those. And they always get down for the bad teams. And sometimes they get lucky and they get away with a win, but by like 3 points. They did it earlier this year with the Saints. Like in the fourth quarter, they were only up by like 3 on the Saints. That's pathetic. I don't know. Well, I got to see I got to see more. I got to see if it continues into next week.
That is pathetic. Who would lose to the Saints, Mark? That's pathetic.
My God.
Hey, just remember, last year Notre Dame went to the national championship game having lost to Northern Illinois. These things happen.
Yeah. We'll see.
Well, it wasn't all bad for you, Mark. You had the great play, but also the Jets won.
Mhm.
Your Jets, they beat
My
the
Jets.
Browns. Mark's Jets, their second win of the year.
All it took was a special teams touchdown and some fluky defensive plays.
And another special teams touchdown.
2 special teams touchdowns. They threw for 45 yards passing again and won.
I
So
love that so much.
Drew and I watched some games this weekend together.
We did.
Very
We
nice.
did. And when I got there where we were watching at Killer Greg's place, and I got there I just got there right after the play. I left the play and then went right to Killer Greg's place to watch. And I sat down and I had not seen anything of this weekend. I had not seen any plays and I saw some scores, but I didn't see any plays. And I sat down and they flashed Justin Fields' stat line. And I turned to Drew and I'm like, what the fuck?
What is this?
65 yards? Are you kidding me? How did they win? It was like the first reaction. What the fuck?
How did they win? Well, the Browns. That's how.
Yeah.
Ouch. Browns, man.
We're
We're
be playing Janine again pretty soon with that Browns coach.
Yeah, it fell off the rails for him. He gave up play calling duty. I was like, that's the only thing you're good at. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Gave up to who? Ken Dorsey, the troll? Who are you giving it to?
Goblin.
He's in Dallas.
Goblin. Thank you.
Goblin, not troll.
Good for the Jets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although they're like slowly they have a shit ton of draft picks, so it doesn't matter. But maybe lose some so you can get the Mendoza if that's what you're aiming for, which it seems like they are. This is the third game that Jets brass have gone to visit. Like the GM has gone to visit this year is the Indiana games.
Boy, was he special on Saturday.
Absolutely.
I actually watched that. I watched that whole game.
Yes.
I am firmly on the Mendoza train. I love this kid. He is just fun as shit.
I thought there was no way that kid came down in bounds.
So did I.
way.
So there's no
My
way
God.
he's in. And then the other foot, I'm like, okay, well, it's got to be this foot. No, it's both. What?
Yeah.
There's something to be said too about that. He's a bigger guy. I was talking about this actually at work today. Look at Lamar Jackson. I love him. I love Lamar.
Yeah.
But he's hurt he gets hurt and maybe
thin.
not major injuries, but he gets dinged up all the time because he's not a big guy. He's
Not a
very
big-
kind of thin frame. Joe Burrow, awesome. Once again, great guy. Not
huge.
Not huge. This guy looks like he's designed
boy.
to take a pounding. So
Yeah.
I mean, like he can
Yeah.
stand in there and deliver it with some, and not have to worry about him being injured every 3 games. So I don't know. I love Mendoza. I like saying Mendoza. That's fun.
I love it.
Mendoza.
I mean, he had a rough first 3 quarters, but that
Yeah.
fourth quarter was fun.
Penn
All right.
State almost salvaged something out of their bullshit
They
season.
looked sort of feisty there for a little bit. A little tiny bit. All right. Well, we got to move on to this.
Our team's still a dumpster fire. It's been burning now for years. The winner's circle's been salted by the fan base's tears. We fired the corpse of Frank Reich for a coach who wrote a book about sex. That we'd find ourselves fucked now. I guess it all makes sense. Carolina, Bryce can't even dunk with a trampoline. Carolina, why is there no fanhood vaccine?
I wish there was one because this Coach Sex book blew it. He blew it this time. He blew it. The Saints defeated the Panthers. How do you lose to the Saints after beating the Packers? You go and lose to the Saints. Oh boy, Bryce Young
Sometimes
bad.
you lose to Northern Illinois.
Yeah, inconsistent. I still think the Panthers are actually pretty good. It's just division games, man. Fucking weird.
They are.
We're going over their schedule last week, and we're like, okay, well, there's 3 winnable games: the Saints twice and whoever else, and we lose the Saint game. Come on.
Well, let me tell you this, which will come as no solace. As a former fan of the team who gave up Jeff Saturday's only coaching win, now that you've given up Tyler Shuck's first NFL win, there's no life on the other side, Ryan. It doesn't get better.
Shuck. We got shucked.
Yes, Chuck.
We got shucked. Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. I don't even know what to say. It was bad. It was bad. The only fun part of the game was when Rico Dowdle scored and did 0 pumps for his end zone touchdown,
Very fun.
which I enjoyed so very much.
I love the story of him raising. What did he raise? Like $40,000 for
Yeah,
a charity or something like that. That's fucking great. That's so cool.
Yeah, he raised a bunch of money. Key called him. There's a video of him calling him, and he's like, it turns out I'm not an expert on NFL rules, so maybe don't listen to me. It was a sketch comedy show, not a rule book, but okay. 0 pumps. He just stood there with his hands on his.
Yep.
Very good, but the rest of the game was horrible. So, what the fuck? Why are we losing to the Saints? How come Bryce Young can't outduel Tyler Shuck. I don't know, but
Needs that breeding from the House of Brahm.
Yeah.
that Brown.
Stitched in the DNA.
Future
Brown.
Penn State dynasty, the House of Bro.
Somebody good is going to go there, right? Somebody, they still mean something, right? Penn State still
Absolutely.
means
And
something.
they
Yeah.
have a lot of money.
Yes, that's my favorite part. If I was a coach, so
Oh, money. A
Oh,
dump truck full of money.
sounds
The
good.
most rewarding part was when he gave me my money.
Yeah. How do you sleep at night, Drew?
A big pile
Uh.
of money with many beautiful ladies.
Just checking.
All right, this next category comes up every year. Maybe once, maybe twice. It's the worst football game I've ever seen. The Eagles defeated the Packers in the worst football game I've ever seen. I think it was 0-0 at halftime.
Mhm.
It was.
Was it 0-0 at halftime? Between two playoff teams,
Yep.
a Super Bowl champ, defending Super Bowl champ. It was some of the ugliest football I've ever seen. The Packers, I don't know what happened to the Packers. They can't do anything on offense anymore. And the Eagles can't throw a ball. Jalen Hurts had several wide open dudes, and this continues to happen. He just misses wide open guys.
AJ
Wide
Brown
open.
telling people on Twitch all about it, apparently.
Yeah, right.
He's
Honestly,
slowly becoming a Karen Romeo Dobbs, even though Romeo Dobbs was in this game.
And
He
didn't
was.
do anything.
did nothing. Did nothing. So the Packers remind me of the NFC Bills, where it's just they're so inconsistent week to week.
I'll see that.
It's just, but the talent is there, and they could, and they also seem to I don't know, like this they should have gotten up for. They really didn't. They
No.
they
Yeah,
struggled.
why are you not up for the Eagles?
Yeah, right. But I don't know.
Terrible. What a terrible game.
And if you're the Eagles, you can't walk away feeling good about this shit either. You got to be like, well, I'm glad we got the win, but God, we were horrible.
I mean, the Packers defense isn't terrible, but
No.
you're missing wide open guys. You're a Super Bowl caliber. You're a Super Bowl champ.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can't
There
throw
is-
to open men. What are we doing?
Throwing this out here. There's a 0.0% chance AJ Brown is on the Eagles next year. He is. You
That
can just
wouldn't
tell by
surprise
his body language. He is done with this shit.
He
He
expects
is
to be
just-
gone.
Yes. Yeah.
He's got to be gone. He's got to be gone.
And if I'm the Eagles, if he is kind of being a diva malcontent receiver, I'd get rid of him too. Somebody's going to give you a first rounder for.
Would you bench him before the end of this year?
If he continues to act the way he does. I mean, I saw him on the sideline sulking with nobody around him. If he keeps that shit up, I would.
Interesting.
Yeah. But it doesn't look like the Eagles are going to have too much trouble winning the NFC.
Yeah, they won this game. They're going to glide to the first overall seed. What? Who's stopping them?
Yeah, they have a 4-game lead or something like that. It's crazy.
They're going to win the division easily, and they're going to be the number one seed because who's their competition? I mean, Detroit, who's not the best this year, and that's about it.
Yeah. They'll be
And
resting
they've already beat
starters.
the Packers. Who else is there?
Remember, though, that's what, when they got the number one, they were the number one seed last year, right? I'm trying to remember. I thought they were.
Detroit was, I thought.
Detroit. never
Detroit
mind.
was
Detroit.
not the
Never mind.
Eagles.
Never mind.
Yeah. Didn't work out for Detroit last year.
Yeah.
Nope. Never has.
Never has. All right, this worst football game I've ever seen. There's two because the freaking Broncos and Raiders on Thursday night was atrocious. It was awful. It was worse.
I will say, decent Raiders moment in this game, though, where the Broncos were trying to draw them off sides without ever intending to run a play. And if you listen closely to the field mics, you can hear a Raiders defender just start yelling, "You ain't running that shit."
I feel like
That
that
is
was
good.
Max. That had to be Max Crosby.
Had to be.
Yeah. He was the one who was, I think it was Drake May or Bo Nix last year where they were playing. And Max was like, they're not going to jump off sides. Like, stop trying to do it.
I love it. Well, it was terrible. And only one
It sure
song
was.
Only one song can encapsulate how awful both of these games were.
Think you can tell us what to do? Yeah. You think you can tell us what to win? Think you better Yeah. Well, you better get ready to bow to the master.
That's right. Worst
Oh,
football
that's-
games I've ever seen. I watched almost that entire Thursday night football game. I am
Lord, why?
an idiot. I don't know. It just was on. ESPN and YouTube TV are fighting, so I don't have ESPN anymore. I can't watch anything else.
You gotta like start learning a second language or something, Ryan.
I
You
should
should not be
start playing an
wasting your
instrument.
time.
Yeah.
Are we going to stage
right.
an intervention to get
Yeah.
you away from Thursday night football? Because it's awful.
You could also just go in the shower and jerk it. I'm just saying that's
Also an option.
something to do. If you
More
need,
rewarding than watching Broncos Raiders.
right?
Hey, earmuffs! Quit swearing, guys.
I didn't swear. Jerking's not
Yeah,
swear.
it's still an earmuffs moment. Still an earmuffs moment. All right. Drew, you're not a Raiders fan anymore, but
Sure
we're
not.
trying to find you a new team. We've got one more division to go. So it's time for Drew's Love Island. Make me mad this week. It's the NFC South. We've got 4 or more teams to pitch to you. I'm pretty sure we skipped like 2 or 3 teams, but I'll have to go back
Whatever.
through. It doesn't matter. We've got a couple friend zones. We got a maybe. The Cardinals are a maybe for some reason.
Oh, the Cardinals were in the friend zone.
Yeah.
Cardinals are in the friend zone. We've got the Ravens are, if they're bad, they're in.
Bottom
If
out.
there's a lot of caveats, but there's not many in the group. We've narrowed it down.
There's been a development over the weekend.
What?
Whoa.
Wait a minute.
After concerted conversations with Mark and Killigreg and Mike Kelly, who basically told me just shut up and date the hot chick if she's out there. I think we're going with the Lions.
Damn right.
Wait a minute.
We're just gonna
What?
Jump on.
That's the
just
end of
gonna
the
jump
segment.
on.
Damn, we're done.
What? We wrap this up off the air? What are you doing?
Listen, you were invited. You had to build a bunk bed.
My son's 6th birthday was happening at the same time.
And now, how bad do you feel knowing that you spent time with your son instead of being with Drew when he picked his new team?
I am so sad right now. I'm off the air
Why?
without me. My idea. Oh my God.
This, behind closed door deal. That's how these things get done.
It's like the
Right.
Orton line. It's just the white smoke erupted.
They've convinced me if the lingerie model is out there, just date her, Drew. Just
Listen.
be done. Don't settle. You know what
As I
you
said
want.
before, when Drew and I were growing up, Drew and I have known each other since the 5th grade, right?
Yes, correct.
4th grade, of our 5th grade. Drew had a Barry Sanders jersey.
Sure
I
did.
remember that very distinctly. He had it at a young age, and I feel like just that alone should be enough, right?
Okay.
If you had a jersey of somebody that when you were that young, I feel like that's a good second choice for a team. Drew and I were also physically at the draft that Calvin Johnson got drafted in, one of the best
True.
receivers in NFL history, went to
Correct.
the Lions. Both of those things I feel like make Drew, even before this, an honorary Lions fan.
Yeah.
He's an
Okay.
official Lions fan.
Okay.
So here we go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the NFC South is the division we're supposed to be doing.
So Lions, if you're listening, send me some merch.
Uh,
I gotta load up now.
Send me them nudes, Lions.
Oh,
Send me
man.
them nudes.
I
See
truly
what I'm
feel
getting in on.
if you had written to them like 3 years ago, they would have sent you so much shit.
Great
Because before they
stuff,
got
yeah.
good. Oh yeah, they would have given you so much stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, let's do this. Buccaneers, they don't count because Chris is a fan of them. Chris and,
And they
Mixer.
beat the Raiders the only time they were good in my
Right.
adult
And they
life.
took your
Oh,
coach.
right,
They
right.
took your coach, and Chris is Chris who does all of our songs minus the
Correct.
intro.
Mhm.
Is a Bucks fan, which makes me sad. Falcons are out. Falcons are out.
I'll always have what we shared. For the
Yeah.
Falcons.
Falcons are out. The Falcons are out.
The
They
summer
were
thing.
a rebound chick,
Yeah, right.
and now they're out.
A rebound Civil War pensioner.
Yeah. It was the girl before you got to your top girl in that NCAA football game. It was like,
There were,
Yeah,
there were a lot
right.
of those, Mark.
yeah, she wasn't bad looking, but
You knew you could do better.
you could do better. Not
Wow.
Heisman Trophy level.
You win that first Heisman.
Yeah, right.
Never mind the second one.
Wow.
Then you kind of
Just
go around
like
the bend
that.
a lot.
The
That
Falcons
game-
are kicked to the curb, just like that.
That game, by the way, could never be made. That was
No.
At least not that part of it.
not that part. Yeah, right. Where your girlfriend got better looking depending on how good you were.
How good you were.
I love that. What a time. Now we got to wait 6 years for a Grand Theft Auto to come out. So
Yeah, jeez.
we're still developing it. Just stop talking about it. Just stop.
So, are we ever going to have an Elder Scrolls, like another one? Are we just giving up on that dream?
That was a good game. Why can't we have that?
My
What
son's
happened?
going to play that. Probably, like he's probably going to. He might be old enough to play that when it comes out. So,
And
Right.
yet somehow we get an Assassin's Creed every year and like 3
Yeah.
Call of Duty.
yeah.
We're still getting those. We're still getting
Listen,
those.
Kyler Murray's very happy about that news. A lot
By
of
the way,
Bring
we
me.
haven't gotten to the Cardinals, but I have solved the Cardinals Kyler Murray problem in a way that will make everyone happy because there is another team out there with a problematic superstar that needs to trade him as well. So
Oh, I like
Okay.
that.
Cardinals,
Jeez.
the Cardinals need to trade Kyler Murray to the Memphis Grizzlies for John Morant
Okay.
this year.
oh my god.
Sure.
Well, he'll definitely be able to see over the low lineman. Well, there's that.
Ja would be a better football player than Kyler would be a basketball player, though.
Although Kyler was a first round MLB pick. He's
Yeah.
got some athletic acumen. Not that
Oh, for
Ja
sure.
doesn't, but
By the way,
Ja isn't gigantic, but he is taller than Kyler Murray.
He could do some things.
So speaking
All
of the NBA, real quick, my boy Kevin Herter, the Bulls lost. They're on a bit of a losing streak, unfortunately.
Oh
Lost to
no.
the Spurs. That's right.
Yes, they did lose to the Spurs. However, Kevin, in third game in a row, he's lit it up. He had 20 points today, coming off the bench. So that is
Nice.
very nice.
Does he
What,
know
20?
about this podcast yet?
No, he has no clue.
All
We have
right.
not talked in weeks.
Thanksgiving's coming up, Mark.
It is. Yes, I will shoot him a message on Thanksgiving.
Had 23 against the Spurs in a losing effort.
Yeah. Listen.
Wow.
He's
He's a good
playing
player.
well. Starting
it.
lineup.
Yep. He's doing very well.
He's free from Sacramento, so it's all good.
Very happy in Chicago.
Nobody on Sacramento's happy, so he's happy.
Yeah.
All right, NFC South. Obviously, what did we say? Where did we leave off? Falcons are out. They got
can't
dumped.
do the Panthers because of you.
Can't do the Panthers.
And
I wouldn't
can't do the
advise it.
Saints. Can't do the Saints because they have the crappier versions of the uniforms that the Raiders already have.
Ooh, yeah. All right. Well, that's been Drew's Love Island. He likes the Lions now.
Plus, hold on. One final Saints note. Mark will know exactly what I'm talking about. There are 3 words and one reason why I can't be a Saints fan, and those words are "Hey, Robert Meacham." And Mark knows exactly what I'm talking about.
What the hell?
I've got 5 minutes of conversation saved up. If we go over that, I got
That's it.
nothing left. I'll tell
Wow.
you later, Ryan. Very
Okay.
experienced.
All right. Robert Meacham story. I will get off the air.
It doesn't actually have to do with Robert Meacham or the Saints.
That makes sense. Well, this category is outdated now because we've solved the Love Island part. We've got a Lions fan here now.
Yes.
The category was the Falcons are stupid, and why would you pick them as your favorite team, Drew? Because the Colts beat the Falcons in Germany.
Yeah.
Jonathan
In
Taylor
overtime.
gave you 50 fantasy points.
Good God Almighty!
Unfortunately, not in the league that I'm in with you guys, where I'm spiraling into a terrible losing streak. But you know,
Pretty
stupid
sure whoever
Mark.
I played had him in both the leagues I was in. Pretty sure they both had him. And I'm pretty sure if you took him off both rosters, well, maybe not in our league, but I think I would have lost anyway.
Yeah.
Or been close to losing anyway. All right. Well, yeah. I mean, the Falcons had some fight here, but Jonathan Taylor murdered them. And he should be the MVP, right?
100% should be the
and he
MVP.
won't
My
be
God. Nope.
And he definitely won't be.
Nope.
correct.
No
Listen,
chance.
Patrick Mahomes needs another one, so let's
Yeah.
get him one. Okay.
There's no clear-cut quarterback, just like how this Heisman hasn't really cleared up at all, but maybe has
There's
this
still
week.
plenty of time, though. I bet somebody crystallizes in the last 8. Like a quarterback will crystallize in the last 8 weeks.
Yeah. Especially, listen, if Lamar takes the Ravens to the division title from
Yep.
where they were without him, I think he'd be in
Maybe.
strong consideration.
Absolutely, and he would be well. I do really think Jonathan Taylor though should get this.
I
You should
can't-
get it.
Absolutely
can't
amazing.
wait. I can't wait until Mac Jones wins the MVP.
Mac Jones.
We will have the greatest episode of this show ever.
Jonathan Taylor might kill him at the NFL awards. Just like choke him out.
Mac Jones. Oh boy. Colts keep on winning. 49ers, they lost. Lost the Rams. It's the battle of the 49ers. They're all injured. I'm not going to play it. They're all hurt. Mike's not here, so I can't really rub it in his face. So
We watched that game with Mike.
We sure did.
was he
Well,
melting down as it was happening?
It was going well when he left.
When he left, up until that, yeah. The minute he left, it's just like me watching the play. The minute he left, it all went downhill.
The Rams smashed the 49ers. Smashed them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Rams
Stafford.
are good.
Stafford MVP. What about Stafford?
Yeah, well, that's
Not
a good one.
impossible.
Yeah.
Not impossible.
I'd say he has a better chance than Jonathan Taylor does right now because he's a
Oh,
quarterback.
probably. I love Stafford though. That'd be fun. That'd be a
It
cool.
would be. It would, especially at his age, as kind of a
Yes.
comeback player. Why
Yeah.
not?
If he could,
Right.
I'd like the Rams. If the Rams could win another Super Bowl and he could just go out on top this time, that'd be great. That'd be fine.
That'd be great for him.
Yep.
I would have no complaints.
Me either. I like the Rams.
It's been really good this year.
Unless they
Really
beat my
good.
Lions. I guess I have to get used to saying that now.
My
Yes,
Lions.
correct, yes.
Just trying it out. Trying it
The-
out.
The Raiders update is going to go way down the list. It's going to become a footnote in this show now, and
It's
the
gonna be
Lions
part
are
of
going to be
other.
moved up.
It was
gonna be
already
part of
a
others,
footnote.
the new
It was
hot
already a
category.
footnote. You did watch that game against Denver? It was
It was
already a
horrible.
footnote.
Yeah.
It was like you could have put the, like the what is that music? Like the you put the Benny Hill music over it, and it would have made total sense because it's everything that happened was just a disaster. All right, Davis Mills is better than Trevor Lawrence. The Texans beat the Jaguars.
That can't
Huh?
be true, can it?
Maybe.
It's like Luke Skywalker hanging on. No, that's not true. That's impossible.
So this game was on when I showed up, and we watched the ending to it, and all I could think is somebody lost a fuck ton of money
Yes.
on that cover. Holy shit!
Yes, they did.
Jags blew lead.
Yeah.
Yep. It's bad. The Jags started out so promising, and now Travis Hunter's out for the
Travis
year.
Hunter's out for the season.
That sucks. That sucks. Do you guys think that should he commit to just one position moving forward?
Yes.
No, in the
'Cause they-
sense
they-
that he should, in the sense that he should play like 90% of his time on one side, probably.
Mhm.
But like, you get into that dime package and you need a fourth guy. Is your fourth BS 6th-round pick corner a better corner than Travis Hunter?
Mhm.
I don't think he is.
No.
Right.
That's
You know,
was-
I think there's still a place for him on both sides of the ball.
They said an issue was like he was practicing full time on both sides, so he would
Essentially
like
he's doing 4 a days.
right, yeah, and so he would have to come back out and do defense when he would just do offense, and so like he can't be doing that just for his body's sake. He can't be doing that.
Well, Dion did and was very effective. He wasn't out there for every offensive play.
No, Charles Woodson the
Physical
same.
though, yeah, like
Yeah.
Dion was really not physical. He was a big play,
Yeah,
corner.
Yeah.
But like Travis Hunter does get in people's face. He's very like grabby, very like jostling for position, and I think they're just a different cornerback. I don't know if that's an apt comparison.
Interesting. Well, we'll see. Hopefully he can come back and be more productive because boy, if he's not, that trade is a disaster.
disaster.
It's an absolute disaster for the Jags. Oh boy. And at the moment, I think when we did the live draft, we all thought, this is great.
Yeah,
Go get your guy. He's two-way. It's going to work out. It has not worked out. All right, next category is McConkey.
McConkey.
Now, Mike sent a McConkey update because he's not here. McConkey gets preempted this week by Battle of the Network Stars, where Gabe Kaplan competes in a decathlon against Linda Carter. And that's not all he sent. He also said Bob Denver and David Lander face off in a hot dog eating contest. Why is he so good at this?
Oh man.
One of them is from Laverne and Shirley. Squiggy from Laverne and Shirley. Mike should have been born in the 70s. He should have
Oh.
grown up in the 70s because,
Definitely.
boy.
There is nothing funnier than I think the best casting he made. I mean, there's a lot of good ones, but Linda Ronstadt is the
Linda
Josie.
Ronstadt,
That was a really
Yes.
good one.
That was really good.
Right.
Well, the Chargers on Sunday Night Football have a great night, and the Steelers have a horrible night. Speaking of
Really?
horrible,
Really
Benny
bad.
Hill music. Boy, were they horrible.
Inconsistent teams. Good Lord.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is really I mean, it's kind of like what he had a lot of juice at the beginning of the season, but now
Yeah.
he's
The
42.
weather's getting colder.
Right. You know, it just and I
This
don't
was
even
in a
blame-
dome.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, more like wear and tear on that arm is showing now more than ever.
He threw that pass that got tipped and intercepted, and he screamed at his receiver,
Well,
like
that's what he
all the
does.
way back, all the way back to the sideline. Screamed at the guy, like, yes, he meant to tip it to the other team. That's what he was
Love
trying to do, Aaron.
Lowest completion percentage of his career.
Mhm.
He was bad. They were all bad. Everything was bad for the Steelers. They were terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. Big win for the Chargers, though. McConkey scored.
He
Yes,
did.
he did.
Had a nice game.
Yeah, he did.
Good for McConkey. All right, the category is other. The Seahawks smashed the Cardinals.
Oh God, we had
Sure.
a good time watching that one too.
Yeah, we did.
We were
That
actively
didn't get any
booing.
better.
We were actively booing when the Cardinals scored anything. We're like, no, this needs to be 80-0.
As you said, I was having a 6-year-old's birthday party and building a bunk bed and doing all sorts of things. And I saw they were up, whatever it was, 40 something to 20.
Crazy.
And I was like, oh, I had Sam Darnold in my one fantasy football league. He must have did great. Sure didn't.
Dexter
It
Lawrence
was-
did.
It was all Lawrence, too. Almost like the exact same play happening twice. Fumble, touchdown. The big guy having a big day. But that was other. The Cardinals, apparently the Cardinals, they beat the Cowboys. And so does that mean the Cowboys really, really, really suck? If the Cardinals take you to task and then they get blown out?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, I mean, the Jets have 2 wins. The Saints have 2 wins. Somebody always beats somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Categories other. The last game is the Lions killed the Commanders. The Commanders are
They sure
Cooked.
did. The
Commanders
Commanders
are
are in significant trouble.
Oh yeah.
they're-
Yeah. I
they're
don't
cooked.
quite. I mean, is it all Jaden Daniels? Like, I don't quite get how this team got so bad.
The
so
defense
fast.
is not good.
Their defense was already old and is now another year older. Their
Yeah,
top
that's
wide receiver is hurt. Their
Right.
quarterback is hurt. And the quarterback they put in his place, I think there's a reason he's played for 7 different franchises or whatever
Yep.
it is. Like, he's not that good.
You can play one game, but you know,
Yeah, one,
more than
maybe
one game is
2, but
bad.
like you need him for he's not Ty God. You need him for a stretch that the seams are going to start to
Ty
show.
God.
Yeah.
There's only one Ty God.
Is there ever?
Yep.
Oh boy. Well, your Lions, the hat will be forward when you get your hat
When I
from
get
the
it- when I
Lions.
get it.
Yeah.
When
You
they-
know, I said.
when they mail you one. I like the idea of you extorting them for fandom though. Like I'm not gonna do it until you send me
Until
your
you
merch.
send me stuff.
Right. Right.
Send me stuff. All right, segment time. Stripe Spiral. It's gonna be a big one.
It is a big one. There's a lot to talk about. Beginning with the Brian Kelly story just keeps getting better all the time. So LSU apparently attempted to buy out his buyout, and he said no, which is well within. That's exactly what
Yes.
he should have said.
Absolutely.
You are
That's totally
contractually-
right.
You are contractually obligated to pay me $54 million, and that is exactly what you should pay me. The school apparently has taken umbrage with that, and they've decided that they're going to try and gin up a for-cause reason they fired him, even though they already publicly stated that they did not fire him for cause and owed him $54 million. But the larger story here is like LSU is one of the premier jobs in the country, but who would want it now?
Yeah.
Who would want it? Like
Yeah.
you got the governor making noise. The university has an interim chancellor. It doesn't have a permanent president right now. You've got, let's face it, an interim AD. I think they only took the interim tag off of him because he's going to search for the next coach. And you've got a school that won't honor their buyout after they already said they didn't fire you for cause. So who would possibly want the LSU job now? Who would still want to be a head coach in college football? Wait a minute. That's Bobby Petrino's music.
Oh, man.
come on.
Oh man, I know a
Don't
guy at LSU who would take that job again. So,
I do too.
Ned.
Yes.
No, he's got to
Come on,
coach
Ed.
the Bengals. Stop
No,
it.
that's true. You're right. He's got to coach the bank.
Yeah,
We've
we've already-
bigger and better things for him.
Riverboat. Put Riverboat in there. Come on.
He's the general manager at Cal. He's having a great year. Cal's like 6-3. Things are going well.
Oh, nobody blames him for anything. He's
Like,
loving this
I
life.
never really thought I would come to the defense of Brian Kelly, but he is absolutely right here. They
Yeah.
owe him
Yes.
$54 million.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yes.
and then there were 3. There are now only 3 undefeated teams left in the country because BYU was exposed badly against Texas Tech. Bear Bachmeier, yikes in that
Bear.
game.
Okay.
And on the other hand, to play all the fanfare, and then there was one.
One.
Sam Houston beat Oregon State over
Wow.
the weekend.
Mark Sam Houston.
UMass has their best shot of the season to get a win remaining. I don't remember if they played this week or this weekend. It's the MAC, so pick a day of the week they might be playing. But I believe they play Northern Illinois this weekend, who's like
Okay.
2-7. I saw some metric somewhere that said UMass has like a 21% chance to win, and that's the highest remaining chance they have.
Good for them.
Wow.
In other games, Kentucky walloped Florida 38-7. What has happened to the once proud Gators?
Oh.
Army beats Temple 14-13. My favorite college football thing of the weekend happened in
Wow.
this game, which is that Army got the ball back up 1 point with 9:56 in the fourth quarter and never gave the ball back.
It's amazing.
Lead the clock.
Drained 10 minutes of clock. That is
Lead
pure
the
Army
clock.
football in
Oh
every
my
sense.
God. Absolutely.
They converted like 3 fourth downs on that drive. It was a thing of beauty. Iowa and Oregon, there is no team in the country better at dragging people down to their level than Iowa. The score at the end of the first quarter was 2-0. That's how I really wanted it to end.
That was the
safety ended
margin
up
of
being the
victory, though,
difference
wasn't
in
it?
But double storyline here for us. Give your flowers to a one-time pot and long NIL target, Atticus
The
Sappington,
kicker.
Yes, that's right. Our boy.
who kicks the game-winning field goal.
We'll send him a shirt. We'll send
We
him a
got to
shirt.
get him involved. There's no way we can't buy him.
We'll send him a shirt. Let's get merch. There's the thing. Here's the merch.
Right.
Perfect
Yeah.
plug time. Get it. Merch.
It was
Sorry.
Fago. What?
Yeah.
It was an extraordinarily messy weekend for the Atlantic Coast Conference. Virginia, Louisville, Duke all lose. Duke loses to a 7-3 UConn team. UConn, by the way, has more wins in the ACC this year than Clemson does. A reminder that UConn is not in the ACC.
Oh, boy.
And so now you get into this thing because, okay, San Diego State lost, so their chances are done. They lost badly to Hawaii. They only had a small chance of making the playoff in the first place. Now they're a 2-loss team. They're done. So cross out the Mountain West in your list of it. But if things go the way they're going for the ACC, let's say Duke makes it to the ACC championship game and wins as like a 3-loss ACC champion. Could the ACC get jumped in the playoff rankings by both the American and the Sun Belt?
Oh, God.
That is the doomsday scenario for the ACC, right? It's unlikely, but not impossible because a lot of the contending teams in the ACC still play each other.
Hmm.
Colorado loses again, thus ensuring they will not make a bowl game. I showed it to Mark. Ryan, did you see the guy who plays for James Madison with the Juggalo face paint?
No.
Oh, it's
God.
wonderful.
What?
We already talked about North Carolina and the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl. Texas A&M has got to be wondering, like, what do they have to do to jump Indiana into that number 2 spot,
Yeah.
right? Like, and I think what's happening here is that the committee truly values Indiana's wins over. They beat Oregon, and then they beat somebody else decent who I can't think of right now. Iowa. They beat Oregon. They beat Iowa. But A&M beat Notre Dame, granted in overtime, and then just beat Mizzou and still can't seem to get ahead of Indiana, who just barely scraped by against Penn State. The biggest shock in the committee's new rankings is that the highest rated ACC team right now is Miami, who, if the ACC championship game were tomorrow, Miami would not be playing in it. So there's no, like,
Wow.
and the way they drew up their bracket, they drew it up like Miami would be the ACC champion. But again, if the championship game were tomorrow, they would not be playing in the ACC championship game. It would be like Georgia Tech and Louisville or Georgia Tech and Virginia, because those teams only have 1 ACC loss and Miami has 2. But Miami did beat Notre Dame. So this weekend, games of interest. Minnesota and Oregon. I don't expect anything dramatic there, but the Golden Gophers have been known to be giant killers before. If Oregon takes their foot off the gas, PJ Fleck's team will beat them. Notre Dame at Pitt. Pitt controls a whole bunch of people's destiny because they're 7-2. They have their own road to get to the ACC championship game, but it's tough because they have Notre Dame this weekend and then Georgia Tech and Miami. Pitt can single-handedly sort out a lot of the ACC themselves in the next 3 weeks. Oklahoma goes to Bama this weekend in a major matchup with SEC implications. And Iowa and USC, just because at this point every Iowa game is must-see television to see how they drag somebody else down to their level with them. And by the way, Texas plays Georgia this weekend.
Nice.
So there's going to be a lot of SEC answers after this weekend, pending the outcome of both of those games. And it's the SEC, so there could be some other unexpected upset.
The good news is for Iowa, they can solve their offensive woes next year when they put in Son of Conductor as their main running back.
I thought you were going to say when they hire Brian Dable, which would be Lebar opens in Iowa City.
Yeah.
Wow. That would be something. There's no jet skis there, though.
All kinds of liquor.
Maybe.
There it is.
Yeah. Poor Lebar.
Yeah, no,
I can't believe we're
not a lot of white sand beaches in Iowa.
No.
I'm a little sad that Lebar is going away. Sad boy for me.
Well, we'll see who the next Giants coach is. He might be a LeBar type of guy. We'll see.
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
He might turn the switch on.
He might reopen it. All right, it's time for a football FUBAR.
You're traveling through another dimension, a dimension not of intelligence and morality, but of stupidity and hubris, a journey into a hellscape whose boundaries are the limits of human depravity. That's a fallen goalpost up ahead. Your next stop, Football FUBAR.
I've been waiting for football FUBAR all week, Mark, because I want to know what's going to happen because a certain somebody's back in the news. Who's in football FUBAR this week, Mark?
Well, listen, we had a very momentous week in the world of football. And no, it had nothing to do with week 10 of the NFL or college football, as Drew just went over, college football's playoff rankings. It even didn't have anything to do with a certain somebody getting arrested in Dubai. That is a story in an induction for another week.
What?
No, something greater happened last week that we need to talk about. We found out who's going to play in the 112th Grey Cup. That's right. The CFL championship game will feature the Saskatchewan Roughriders against the Montreal Alouettes in what is sure to be a game that will most definitely be played on a field on a day. But, which got me thinking about the CFL. That's right. I was thinking about the CFL.
Wow.
And how the NFL's Canadian twin who gets locked up in the attic and fed fish heads all night in comparison to the NFL. But let's talk about that time the CFL once crossed the line and expanded into the United States of America. Not just once, not just twice, not just thrice, but 7 teams in the Canadian Football League ending up playing in the United States. So today we'll be inducting the CFL's failed expansion into the USA. So get your poutine ready. Watch some Bret Hart highlights because it's a wild ride. So let's set the stage. The CFL in the early 90s was in a lot of financial trouble. The aforementioned Montreal Alouettes, who had nearly a 50-year history at that point, folded in the late 1980s due to not having enough money to pay the lease on their stadium. They would eventually get an expansion team and come back. So many high-level executives within the CFL at the time who had been with the league since the beginning had essentially just retired out. So the league was struggling to get sponsorships because it was basically filled with like Nepo babies and like venture capitalists who were trying to, early 90s run this business and they had no idea what they were doing. It got so bad in the 1990 season, the CFL had no TV rights in Canada as every Canadian network thought it was unprofitable. So the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, also in the early 90s, defaulted on payments of their stadium, but stayed with the same shoddy business loans and stayed afloat, but they were in debt to around $3 million, which was 9 times the profit brought in a single season. So very, very bad. The CFL was crumbling when the team owners got together and came up with a plan. So what did they do? Did they rein in spending? Did they focus on growing sponsorships in Canada? Did they partner with the more popular NHL to boost ratings? Nah, fuck that noise. We're going south of the border, baby. The CFL owners unanimously agreed in 1992 to expand the league to American teams, to American cities, to cities specifically that didn't have NFL teams, to try to capitalize on the success of the 90s NFL, which I think everyone can agree that's where it started really taking off. And to be fair, this isn't a bad idea. You put teams in cities that don't have NFL teams. The CFL would then go and do exhibition games in those cities to see how they would draw, and they all drew pretty well. So in 1992, the first CFL team was launched that was based in North America, or based in the United States, the Sacramento Gold Miners. The 49ers should have sued. The Gold Miners, who on their team, by the way, had Bobby Humphrey, Rod Harris, and Bill Goldberg, went 6-12, and not surprisingly, they were not the worst team in the CFL. So which actually kind of emboldened the league. They're like, okay, well, this kind of worked. They drew okay, so let's try again. So in 1994, they added the Las Vegas Posse, the Shreveport Pirates, and my favorite, the Baltimore CFLers.
What?
So you might be thinking that name sucks.
Yes.
So Baltimore, they were supposed to be the Colts because Baltimore had just lost the Colts several years prior in that midnight move thing to Indianapolis. The new Indianapolis Colts, got wind that they were calling themselves the Baltimore Colts and sued them. The Indianapolis Colts won, so the Baltimore team decided to go with Stallions instead. Indianapolis said, that's too close to Colts, sued them a second time, won a second time. So the Colts the Baltimore team then just became the CFLers for the season. They would eventually get the Stallions name at least for the rest of their existence, so there was that. But what a fun with litigation. In 1995, the CFL moved the USA teams to their own division and added the San Antonio Texans, the Birmingham Barracudas, and the Memphis Mad Dogs. So they're really completing that whole Legends of the Hidden Temple they had there. But the crazy thing about the 1995 CFL season, Baltimore won. Like it all. They won the Grey Cup. So the Grey Cup history. 1995, the Baltimore Stallions win the whole damn thing. Real funny.
Wow.
And that's when things fell apart, naturally. So these teams in the USA were barely held together. The attendance were, after like the first couple of games, the attendance really started to drop in every city other than Baltimore. So they just all became financially unstable. So after the 1995 season, the CFL contracted every single USA team, went back to the old division. But the new commissioner is credited to this day for kind of strengthening the CFL. He focused on all those things I mentioned earlier, working with the NHL, strengthening the sponsorships with Canada, getting investors who are strictly Canadian to invest in the teams. And they've been pretty financial stable since then. CFL, like I said, they're doing very nice. Then they exist right now as the way they always should exist, which is a place for NFL refuse and keeping Chad Kelly out of the States. So induction for this week.
Wow.
But next week,
you never know.
We'll see.
You never know.
My hand's cramping.
Wow, you put a lot of effort into that. You put a lot of effort into the foo bar.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was really hoping. I was excited. We'll have to wait.
Ryan, we have to get more information on what's going on with our boy before we can.
Yeah, if we have to get him back into the States, yeah.
Right.
Okay, all right, fine. Allegedly and all that, I guess. All right, sad boy boat time. Who's going on the sad boy boat? Is it all of us going to pick Giants fans, lay bar? I don't know.
No, I'm throwing it out there. Bradley Beal, not only has he been booed in half of his games this year, but now he's out with a hip fracture and will miss the rest of the season.
Oh, that's not great. That's not going to get you a new contract, Brad. So sorry for you. Megastar Mark, who you got?
Josh Allen, that bitch. I hate him. I hate him so much. He's never been good. Josh Allen.
Wow. Sad boy boat. Nico Harrison. Only
Yeah.
9 months after your big grand deal, you are fired.
You are fired.
Right.
Poor Nico. Who could have ever seen this coming?
I know.
All right. The other side of the coin is game balls. Drew, you got a game ball?
Jonathan Taylor for continuing to float my fantasy team.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Megastar Mark, you got a game ball?
There's only one obvious choice, and that is the word of Drew for picking the Detroit Lions and having
Wow.
a new squad that gives him hope. So there you go.
Woohoo! I get a game ball.
I'm really glad you didn't pick the Falcons. So sure, I guess I can somewhat second that. I'll give my game ball to whoever caught that pass for Indiana and
Oh my
toe
God.
tapped
Holy crap! What a catch.
that guy.
Yeah. I was thinking too, you mentioned about Texas A&M and having trouble like jumping Indiana.
Yeah,
Some of it feels like Indiana's just the more entertaining team, the team that
they
more
are.
people
They are.
want to
There's
see.
no question.
So, like, there's
have-
that.
Yeah, they have an equal number of top 25 wins, and
Right.
Indiana is more entertaining.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's going to get annihilated by Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game.
Yep. 100%. You mentioned we play fantasy football, Mark. You're on top right now of Wild Hog Ride again.
King of the Mountain. King of
Got a 2-game lead.
I got a 2-game buffer. I
Two-game
beat
lead.
Killer Greg by 1 point. So,
Oh my god. The scores in this league are so close. I mean,
I
all
know.
my scores are close. I'm 1-9. All right, time for plugs. What's on bloody good music this week?
Chris takes us down the rabbit hole of why Green Day made the curious decision to re-record or to remaster and re-release Warning when it already sounded just fine.
Yeah.
I like that album a lot. I think
I do
it's one of their
too.
better ones.
I'm not a
really
Green
good
Day
album.
fan, and I think it's their best album.
Yeah.
It's one of their best
awesome.
ones. It's really good. I had a whole discussion about Warning with several people at work about. I think that's their best one.
It is the album of it is Green Day's album where I really like almost every song. I mean, it's very
Yeah,
rare for
lots-
me to like every song.
Lots
but
of them are very good.
close. It's
Yeah.
real close.
There's a lot of good material on that record.
There is. Chris wrote us an entire McConkey short story thing. I have no idea what to do with it. I think we should act it out in the off season because
Okay.
it's very detailed. We can get Mike to play McConkey and wear a funny hat. I think there's way more we can mine from this.
Definitely.
Chris has been working it, so I want to make sure I give him a shout out for that.
Hell
we
yeah.
will. We there's a whole McConkey script that he has written, so I can't wait to. I think it's an off-season thing. Maybe that's a draft thing. I don't know. When the draft gets boring, I'm not sure.
yeah,
We'll
there's
figure it out.
like during that stretch when the Falcons pick,
There's-
we can
Yeah, Drew hates the Falcons now, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. All right, TGIF podcast. There was a Halloween episode. 10,000 Maniacs. We talked about it last time. The 10,000 Maniacs show up and threw us into a frenzy.
Wow.
Wow, the 10,000 Maniacs. Greg also we talked about this before, but Greg's tangent on what he would do if he had money. He would pay the band Seether $1 million a night to play for his minor league baseball team. And torture them into some
Yeah.
indentured servitude.
That's exactly what I was about to say. It's more indentured servitude of Seether than it is like we're hiring you to play.
Yeah. So you can go get that. You can get our merch. It's in the description below on the audio and video. So go check that out. Yep. Go buy it. Go buy it. And finally, we've got one more thing to do. It's very important. We'll see you in week 11. And it's gonna come right now. See you later. Peace out.
Jaylen Brown.
Off in the distance, around the corner, out of sight. You saw where your dream was waiting, hidden just beyond the light. And all in a moment, hard to seem to fall in line. Sparks are flying from your heels.